Good evening. This is the Nickie V. Smith Show. How is everybody doing? Everybody doing okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's a beautiful day here in sunny California. In Palmdale, California. It's a little bit chilly, but I like cool weather. I don't like it too hot. So I want to say thank you, Father, for the weather being perfect and for us having a great day. Today's show is about conquerors. What does conquerors look like? Is a conqueror somebody that is extraordinary looking? Is it somebody who has never suffered from anything? No. No. It is a person that made a decision to win in their life, to move forward, regardless of the circumstances. Now, you guys know that this show is based around self-healing for sexual abuse survivors who are tired of just surviving. They are here to thrive. They are here to move forward. That's what a conqueror looks like. And today we have a special guest, an outstanding special guest. And because this is Women's Month, we really got to celebrate. And her name is Dr. Dana Holbert. Let's give her a hand. Welcome to the show, Doc.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And you have my beautiful cousin, my co-host, my beautiful Risa Wheat. Can we give her a hand?
Thank you. Hi, everybody.
Yes.
Today, I just thank God that we have the opportunity to talk about our gratitude, to talk about how grateful we are to be here. Dr. Holbert is going to share with us her story. Dr. Holbert is a conqueror. She has had many trials and tribulations. And so we're going to let her tell her story. And then we're going to come back. We're going to ask the questions, but we're going to let her have the floor right now. Dr. Holbert, please take the floor. How you doing again?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Thank you. Thank you for being on the show. Dr. Holbert, I know that you are a conqueror. I have no doubt on that. And I celebrate conquerors because there are so many people that have been raped, sex trafficking, domestic violence, and they choose to keep their head in the sand. 99.9% of the time, they are taught that. They are ridiculed so badly, or their family members treat them so badly, and their neighbors, they are taught to be out there. I want you to take a moment and share your story with us. Would you please?
Sure. I am a survivor from several different types of abuse. It did start earlier in my life as a child, where I was molested. Didn't know that it was molestation, but I was being touched as a very young child between the ages of 4 and 11. And then that ended, only to find out that it triggered something in me, which provoked me to touch other children because I thought it was the right thing to do because I was being touched. I have come back now, and I'm hoping that I've shared with those that I've touched that I apologize. It was not with an intention to hurt anyone. It was just a natural instinct because I was a child that was receiving that. So I thought it was something we were supposed to do.
Okay.
I went from that to my adult life. And in my adult life, my first year in college, I I wanted to try out for cheerleading, and I did make the squad. And that evening we went out to celebrate, because all of us that had made the squad wanted to celebrate together. And I thought, wow, what a wonderful thing to be amongst those that had worked hard and performed, and we had achieved something great. This is a great opportunity for us to go out and celebrate. Only for me that evening to be gang raped by several men. I can't count. I stopped counting at 9. I passed out.
Mm.
I was ripped from the inside. I was left with infections and disease. My vagina was hanging off on one side. I had to have surgery. And to beat all that, I was pregnant. And I didn't know it. It was a horrible occasion, something that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. And I've lived with it majority of my life. I actually hid it for many years. I never spoke of it until my son was getting married. And at that time, I knew it was time for me to bring it out because he needed to know the truth. He was coming into himself and starting a family and children and a wife. And I said, oh my God, I have to bring this out. I have to tell my son what happened. All those years I tried to just keep it buried, but it was unfair. So I did. I have a child born from this rape that happened. And I didn't know who the father was because of the way it took place.
Okay.
I had one person to tell me that they believed that they were the dad. I don't know because it was such a horrid situation. And it was a gentleman that I had dated the week before and had been with. And I don't even remember all of what took place that weekend because once again, I was drugged. And it just seemed like this was the thing to do. You drug the girls, you get them high, you have sex with them, and then you let them go. I didn't know. I was a virgin. I was green pretty much. I went to church. I hung out with my family. I didn't go out with other people too much unless it was with my brothers and my family and kinship. So I didn't know about what the world had to offer me until this. Well, after that, I was hidden and I stayed hidden for about 2 weeks until I got very ill, only to find out I had a real bad infection. And I didn't have a venereal disease, but I had real bad infections and some other uh, growths that had begun to take place in my vaginal area because of the infections that I had received from these men that had raped me so severely. And then they did surgery on me at that time. I was hospitalized for the day. And then after the surgery, and I found out I was pregnant, I was told I was going to have to carry the baby. I didn't have to. It was my choice. I chose to carry the baby. But after, he would have to sew me up so that way that the baby would be secure inside because of all of the damage.
Okay.
So I was sewed up, carried my son, and then I gave birth to him full term. He's beautiful, came out fine, no problems. And I was blessed with a wonderful son. And he's still in my life today. And I'm
Amen.
very thankful to have him. So from that tragedy, I did get a blessing. And I'm thankful for that,
Yes.
That was the journey I experienced.
Wow. Okay. When you told your story to your son, I know that had to be devastating. Can I ask you,
Yeah.
what age was your son when you did tell him?
He was 26, I think he was 25, 26 years old. Getting married. Yeah. Yes, about 25, 26. And then he said to me, he is like, at first he just walked out. And we both just kind of went silent for a moment, maybe about 30 minutes or so, and I was smoking cigarettes during that time. I probably smoked half a pack, and, and he did too. And then he came back in and he was like, Mom, I thought about all of this. He says, you know what? You could have aborted me, but you didn't. You kept me. He
Right.
say, if nothing else, thankful for that. He says, so we have an opportunity to start a new family. So let's start a new generation, a new lineage. And this will be our family here. And that has been our goal, to just start from here. And I've been blessed. I have grandchildren and other children that have come from this journey. And it's a true blessing. I love them.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
thankful.
Now, that's what a conqueror looks like, folks. You want to know what a conqueror looks like? This is a conqueror. You don't have to be somebody that nobody celebrates. Celebrate yourself, baby. Celebrate yourself. Huh? Because you know what? She made a decision to live her life, to not bury her life in the sand. Risa, would you hold that book up while we're talking? I want them to know where they
I
can
will
get.
absolutely hold this book up.
Thank you, baby. Thank you, thank you. I want them to know where they can get some help. I didn't have the opportunity to know Dr. Holbert at that time, but I've met her now. And I do nothing but salute this woman who made a conscious decision that she was going to stand no matter what. She gave birth to her baby. She showed him love. She's got grandchildren. She showed them love. She made a decision to win. What do you say about that, Reese? You can take the book down, baby. Hey, show your pretty face.
Um, I, thank you for that, by the way.
You're welcome.
I think Dr. Holbert is very brave and courageous, and I feel like I need to be here to be witness to this incredible story and incredible woman,
Absolutely.
incredible women.
Thank you. Thank you. It's okay. Come on.
I would like to ask Dr. Holbert, how important do you feel that you're sharing your story and other people sharing, Nickie sharing her story, other people sharing their story, how important do you think these stories are? How important do you think it is for people to share their stories?
I found that sharing has opened doors to my life. It gave me an opportunity to stop carrying the weight of, I felt guilty. I felt like I had done something wrong. I felt dirty. I felt all these horrible things initially. When I began to talk about what had happened to me and share with others, and then have others share with me their experiences, my life began to change. And I was like, wow, amazing. And then we began to have an opportunity to heal each other. And it has become a sisterhood, an opportunity to bridge a group of healing. And that's what this goal is. It's about healing. Because women have been subjected to things without remorse. And it's horrible. I look back over the years. I read in the Bible, one of the ladies, Tamar, was raped by her brother in the Bible. And it's a horrible story, but it is true. And the thing is, in that time, he could have married her without, damaging her and then allowing them to be wed, because it was legal at that time. But instead, he wouldn't marry her. He just wanted to have her. So he scorned her and he raped her and then sent her out, her gown torn and and her face marked with chalk and tar to let people know that she had been raped. So that means no other man could ever have her. What a horrible thing that someone could do to someone just because you wanted them. Now, this is one of the most beautiful women in the community. Someone had a great heart, and she was there to prepare a meal for her brother because she was doing him a kindness because he didn't feel well. See, these are the things that women have been subjected to for years, and
Mhm.
enough is, and it didn't start with our generation.
No,
I'm
no.
talking about back to 800 AD.
Yes.
This has been going on for generations, and if some of this didn't have to happen, because as I say, with that back then, you could have married your sister. It was acceptable
Mhm.
Mhm.
to have. He could have married her and did it the right way, but he didn't want that. He just wanted her, and he took her. And
Mhm.
that's what men do. They just take and take and take. But it's not with all men, because I have wonderful brothers that I have been blessed with that
Mhm.
and covered me and prayed over me and held me and nurtured me. And I am truly blessed to have them. So they're
Yes.
not all men, but there are some that have done some horrible things and need to be held accountable for what
Mhm.
they've done. Because sometimes it's just not necessary. It's
Right.
not necessary. We are human beings. We're
Mhm.
not, we're not, we're not items, for your pleasure. We're people.
Mhm.
Be treated as such.
Mhm.
Mhm. Mhm. I agree
And
with you,
that
Doc. I'm sorry. Go
this
ahead.
oh, I apologize. Well, that's the goal, is to stop it. For men to stop taking us for granted.
Mhm.
We give of ourselves in so many capacities, as mothers, as doctors, as teachers, as companions, all the things that a woman does in life, period. Not that men don't, but women don't necessarily go around raping men.
Mhm.
It does happen. It's definitely not as much as it's happening on the other end. Either way, it's wrong, but it's definitely happening more with men doing it to women than it is women doing it to men.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Statistics support that. Yes. Some stats will support that. You guys, we're going to have to go with a part 1 and a part 2 because for some reason here in these mountains where I am, I'm in high deserts, and this technology is unstable. So if you will, we are about to go into part 2. Stand by and stay tuned. Thank you. This is the Nickie V. Smith Show, and we are coming right back. Okay? So, talk to you in just a second. And thank you so much for staying tuned. Doc, don't go anywhere.
Yes.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be
Uh-huh.
right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.